another edition of Suncoast Pro Wrestling. Our sponsors tonight are Anchor Air, Time Machine, Music. I'd like to welcome everybody again to Suncoast Pro Wrestling. My co-host today is Nasty Ned. Let's go to Susan with our ring announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is a quarterfinal match in our tag team title tournament. To my right, weighing in at a combined weight of 460 pounds, is Chris the Dr. Proctor from Ruskin, Florida, and his partner Rico Federico from Seminole.
Hang on, Ned.
And to his left is Psycho and Samson Dalone from Longboat Key in Boston at a combined weight.
Hey, what's he doing?
Rico?
Paul. Paul, we got Rico and Chris Proctor scheduled here. They won the first round.
I came out here to thank Rico for taking my place in the first round of this tag team tournament, but as you can see, I'm back now. I'm ready to take my place with Chris, and we're going to take it to the top.
You got something to say about that?
Yeah, but Paul, we're already signed. We're signed on the contract for the duration. We're partners and we're buddies, but you weren't here during the last match, man.
What about you and me, man?
We signed. We signed the contract.
I don't care about him. What about you and me?
We're still buddies, man. We're still buddies, but we're signed on the contract.
Paul, let me explain. Look, see, now they've already won the first round. We can't really break up the team at this point. You weren't here for that round, so
I was out on business. I had business to take care of. But I'm back now. I'm back here. I'm back ready to take my place.
But it's signed on the contract,
well,
Paul. I can't do anything
we
about it.
We can't change anything at this point. I don't know what to tell you. Well, okay, it seems like everything's settled now. We're going to... Paul!
All right. Chalk one up for Paul Drake. You know something, Hammerhead Henry Reigns? I agree with the man, you know. You got Chris the Dr. Proctor that has the man as a tag team partner, and at the point where they start to go into competition for the belts, what does he do? He makes a commitment to two separate guys. You know, I don't blame him for being
I don't think that's what happened.
That's what it looks like to me.
Well, they had originally planned on entering this tournament together, but Paul Drake did not make the first round. Rico was good enough and generous enough to sub for him, and now they've got a shot at the title. I can't blame him for not wanting to give it up.
Well, if this Rico was any kind of a gentleman, he would realize that there was already a tag team already put together, and all he did was he got in the way and he's caused this animosity. I don't blame Paul Drake for being a bit upset.
And now it seems like neither Psycho nor Samson want to get in there and fight. Here comes Psycho. They're squaring off. Lock up, arm drag. And Psycho seems to have a lot on his mind.
You know, an incident like that, though, with this Chris the Dr. Proctor, I guess it's typical of his kind. The man's two-faced. The man has a commitment from one partner, and then he takes on someone else, and he had no business doing that.
Well, it seems like you're twisting this around a little bit, Dad.
No, I'm not twisting nothing around. I call it the way I see it. That's the way I see it.
So right now, Drake and Rico, Proctor and Rico have things well in hand, near pin there.
You know, I've been looking into this Rico, the Freako here. I've looked into where he's come from, and from what I understand, he showed up down there at Port of Tampa here some weeks back. And I doubt seriously if he even has a green card.
Well, I don't know where you're getting your information.
It's from a reliable source.
Rico Federico is an American citizen.
Yeah,
owns
asking for his
Fitness.
green card. I'll tell you what it is. The man couldn't get a job, so what he did was he went down to Ruskin to pick tomatoes with the rest of the losers down there. And of course, his good buddy, Chris the Dr. Proctor, the doctor of picking tomatoes, he gave him a job. That's what happened. That's why Paul Drake got ripped off the way he did.
Dalone with one count. Psycho's complaining about the long count. Up for a slam. Proctor goes down. Samson goes for the cover. Got two on that one. You know, I don't know about you, Ned, but I think if I were Samson, I might consider investing in a t-shirt. Maybe one of our Suncoast Pro Wrestling t-shirts would look good on him.
Yeah, I'm sure it would, but other than any other derogatory remarks, I don't think he's the one you want to make those kind of comments to, because I think he'd break you like a pretzel.
Well, we may find out about that at a later date, but I really
Yeah, we just might. I'd pay for a ticket to see that.
Well, that'll make the difference then. Well, Proctor managed to get his feet on the ropes, taking a boot to the chest right there. Psycho's right on him. He's going to double team him.
He's got to the 4 count. Relax.
Well, Psycho and Samson are a new team, but they're very formidable. Right now, they've got things well in control. Looks like he's setting for a suplex. Over. Better watch out that he doesn't get him too close for a tag there with Rico.
Oh, Dr. Proctor ain't looking too good. He better have his malpractice insurance paid up. I think he just made a mistake getting in here with these guys.
Well, I'm sure it didn't help him getting a clothesline from behind like he just did.
What he got, he deserved.
Oh, kick to both teammates. Stays on Psycho. Coming back. Let's see if he'll get that tag with Rico. I think he should get to his corner. No, he's going to go for the pin. And he just didn't have the strength to hold him down. Looked like a boot to the throat. Psycho's reeling. And an elbow. And he makes his tag. Rico Federico, the fresh man, comes in. Right on Samson. Psycho. Flying clothesline.
Devastating lariat.
I wonder if he learned that picking tomatoes. Just sort of clotheslines those tomatoes off the little bushes, right?
Probably from carrying all those crates of tomatoes around.
I see. Well, he goes for the pin there.
Good move on the part of Psycho, using the ropes to his advantage.
Yes,
That's what they're there for.
I'm surprised Psycho could think things through that far. He tends to just sort of react.
Well, maybe he did get lucky there.
He's got him tied up. They're going to double team him again. The referee is giving him a 5 count there that they have to get out of the ring while that is in. Although double teaming isn't necessarily legal, it's not an infraction of the rules in the 5 count.
You know what your problem is, Henry? When guys like Chris the Dr. Proctor and this Rico the Freako, when they do something like that, it's okay. But you get someone like the Psycho here and Samson Dalone, you get them in there, and it's you want to talk about how they cheat and how they bend the rules.
Well, I really
Come on,
haven't
you do this
seen,
week after week.
I haven't seen this where they've been rule breakers or cheaters.
No,
I've
but
seen them react to other people cheating on them to use some of the other tactics back, but they aren't the ones that initiate it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, clothesline by Psycho. Goes for the pin. Gets 1 count. I think with the conditioning of Proctor and Federico, they're going to have to take a lot more punishment than this to get more than a 1 count out of them. Looked like he did something to his throat right there, but Proctor comes in anyway. Lariats both Psycho and Samson, laying knees into Psycho, sends him off into the ropes. And another lariat, flattens Psycho. Proctor should get on him for the pin. He's just letting him get up. I don't understand that. I guess he wanted, I can see there, he wanted to punish Samson too.
Hit the man outside the ring. He needs to concentrate on the man in the ring.
Well, I admit that wasn't really within the rules.
Yeah, you're right, exactly.
And I can't believe you admitted
for
him. Well, he should have gone for the tag there. I'll call him like I see him.
Yeah, from your point of view, it's all one-sided.
Well, I'm sitting real close. I got a good point of view.
Yeah. You need glasses.
Well, Rico made a big mistake there, going after Psycho when he was standing right next to Samson. They got the tag, and he had to take a clothesline from Samson. Now here comes Proctor in the ring.
What's Proctor doing in there? He has no business being in there.
Well, I imagine he's frustrated from the way they jumped on him right at the beginning of the match when they were still down.
That makes it all right.
I didn't say that. I'm just trying to explain it to the people. Double knockout. Psycho's in the ropes. Samson's on the ground. Hey, I'm not really sure who the legal man is at this point.
At this point, I don't think the referee even knows.
They missed that. Double atomic knee drop into each other.
Dalone and Psycho want to carry this match. They better get moving here.
Well, looks like Rico's throwing out the trash now.
You know what this means.
Rico's setting up for something. It looks like Southern Cross. Samson's blocking. He gets him up. Suplex. Comes down. Flying press. And they got the pin. Well, and the winners are Chris Proctor and Rico Federico. We'll be back with their comments on what happened earlier with Paul Drake right after this. Hi, folks. Welcome back to Suncoast Pro Wrestling. If you just saw our first match, you saw a very unexpected and unexplained incident between Paul Drake, Chris Proctor, and Rico Federico. I've asked Chris Proctor and Rico Federico to come out and maybe they can shed a little light on this. Gentlemen? Rico, Chris, if you excuse me a minute, let me start with Chris, since he seems to know Paul better. Do you have any explanation of what got into Paul?
I don't have any explanation what went on. I don't know what's happened to the man. He's gone crazy, but I guarantee you one thing, I will find out. I'm going to issue him a challenge. Why don't you get you a partner, Paul? Meet us right there in the squared circle, and we'll see who clotheslines who from the back again, buddy, because I don't have to take this. Rico doesn't have to take it, and we're not going to stand for it. You want to say something, Rico?
Paul Drake, you got some nerve coming down the ring and messing up our match. Let me tell you something. If you want to be this man's tag team partner, you would have been here watching his back when you should have been, instead of off playing or doing whatever. We got business to take care of, and we're going to take care of it.
Well, gentlemen, I think the crowd's behind you.
You haven't heard the last of it, Paul. Get on down here. We'll have a match, man. It's time to party.
Okay. Well, we'll be right back after this break. And Paul Drake, sounds like you better be watching out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is another quarterfinal in our tag team title match. To my left is Big Duke Miller, weighing in at 300 pounds from Gibsonton, Florida. And his partner from parts unknown at weight unknown is Avenger number 2. Tonight they'll be competing against, to my right, Jumbo Barreta, weighing in 330 pounds from Tampa, Florida, and his new partner now, Full Force, weighing 320 pounds from Sarasota, Florida.
She said Full Force.
I got one thing to say. Jumbo Barreta and Full Force. We got a new attitude. We're coming to kick butts and take titles. Let's get with it.
Well, I think he said that very well. And this is a quarterfinal match in the tag team tournament. Got a pretty awesome combination here, don't you think, Ned?
Yeah, pretty awesome, all right. He calls himself Full Force. I think he should be full course. The boy looks like he ain't missed a meal in months.
Well, I can understand a comment like that. You two have no love lost between the two of you. Well, if I think if I were the Avenger, I'd just walk home right now.
That sounds like something you do. Take a coward's way out. I got to give the man credit. At least he's getting in here with guys that are about 5 times his size. Note, I didn't say anything about muscle.
That's true. Full Force sends Avenger in for an elbow. Not ready for the pin yet. He wants that tag. He wants a chance at Big Duke Miller. Duke Miller is a huge man. I don't know too much about him. Have you ever seen him wrestle before, Ned?
No, I haven't. This is the first time seeing him in the ring. He's pretty big, but the guys he's up against tonight are pretty big also, so let's just see what happens from here.
All right, into the headlock. Trying to control the head of Duke Miller. Brings him down to the canvas. Gets back to the basics. And referee's checking to see if there's a pin there, but not yet. Got him in the head scissors. Full Force powers right out of it. Let's see if we get a clean break. No. Knee in the stomach.
Needs to get on him.
That's right. He gets that. If he's going to take the shortcuts like that, he ought to capitalize on the advantage. I know you wouldn't waste any time.
Can't afford to.
High knee lift.
Especially the way these guys cheat.
And now he's playing to the crowd instead of staying on his wrestler.
Now what's Jumbo Barreta doing in there? He has no business being in there. The referee needs to put the man out.
Well, he's paying for it now because the Avenger came in without a clean tag. Avenger pushes down full force, drops an elbow right across his face. I haven't seen an elbow applied like that in quite a while, Ned. Another lariat that brings full force down. You wouldn't expect it out of someone the size of the Avenger to be able to bring full force down with such authority.
Well, the thing with the Avenger, you don't know who it is. You don't know what kind of background the man's got. I think he's seeing stars on that one. And here comes Burrito Breath Barreta. A man who once I thought was my friend.
Is that before or after you back jumped him, Ned?
Hey, I don't have to explain myself to you, and I don't have to explain myself to these morons out here. The bottom line was, never mind. What am I wasting my time telling you about it? You got your own opinion.
That I do. 2 count.
Try to do something good for somebody and try to help them out, and this is what you get in return. You get stabbed in the back.
Go in for a quick tag, full force. Got him with the high lariat, but they still let Big Duke Miller come in. I think they're showing a little bit too much confidence at this point.
Well, that's where you start making mistakes, when you get too confident. I don't care who you are.
I guess we could say you're the type of wrestler that knows the difference between confidence and conceit, huh?
Hey, let me tell you something. When it comes to getting the job done in the ring, you know, I know, and these morons out here know that nobody does it better than myself. That's not conceit, that's just fact.
Well, Ned, I understand that you're looking for a partner for this tag team tournament. We've got an announcement scheduled at our next week's show about...
Boy, are you going to be surprised?
Well, I hope it's a pleasant surprise.
Well, I can tell you one thing. The man that I've got for a tag team partner, him and I are no strangers to each other, and we're good friends. I know I can count on him, and he knows he can count on me, because that's the way I operate.
Well, I'd also like to point out to the people that we'll be appearing in Sarasota August 18th at the Newtown Estates Gymnasium. That's Friday night at 8 o'clock. I understand you'll be there, Ned.
You better believe it.
And we also have a Southern title match scheduled. Oh, double tackle that just laid out Duke Miller. As I was saying, August 18th in Sarasota, we've got a Southern title match between Full Force and the Masked Superstar. It's in front of Full Force's hometown crowd. We may see a title change that night.
You might, but I doubt it.
Ooh, you could hear that go right into the chest of Jumbo Barreta.
Got to stay on him.
So really, the folks in the Manatee-Sarasota County area can look forward to some really fine wrestling in the coming month. August 18th in Sarasota, then we'll be back at the Bradenton Auditorium on a Wednesday night, September 6th, wrapping up the tag team tournament. I'd also like people to, if they get a chance, to check out our line of t-shirts and caps now with the Suncoast Pro Wrestling logo on them. They'll be available at the Time Machine or at any of the Suncoast Pro Wrestling events. Looks like Avenger's on top. He's going for that pin, 2, and they come out of it.
One thing about this Avenger here and Duke Miller, they seem to be carrying it to him.
Well, I got to admit, they're doing better than I expected.
Now here comes Full Force. What's he doing in the ring? The referee needs to get him out of the ring. He has no business being in there.
Well, Jumbo's paying for that distraction.
It's all part of inexperience.
Well, it may be a mistake, but I wouldn't call the gentleman inexperienced.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was willing to educate the man. I gave of myself. I gave of my time.
Gave of your back.
Hey, let me tell you something. Discipline is a form of love, and what happened to him, I did for his own good. looking at an illegal punch to the face. But is the referee going to say something? No, he's not going to say nothing. Of course not.
Full Force coming in with the tag. Will he make it to the Avenger? No, he's got Duke Miller. He's wrapping it up, getting the Avenger out of the way.
Now the Avenger's standing minding his own business. He goes after the Avenger.
Oh, beautiful belly-to-belly suplex.
Vicious move there by Full Course.
In the corner. He can't survive that. Beautiful.
We've just seen the end of Big Duke Miller.
And we've got a winner. And it's official that Jumbo Barreta and Full Force will be in the semifinals of the Suncoast Pro Wrestling Tag Team Tournament. Let's go to a break, and we'll be back with an interview, hopefully with Paul Drake.
School's out, it's summer, what's that you're saying? Let your instruments sit, why aren't you playing? Well, yo, music's gonna save the day. With summer band sessions you can play all day. We teach brass, woodwind, percussion too. 1-in-1 sessions designed to help you. Strings, sticks, reeds, picks, buy one get one free. Music even helps you get on MTV. After summer band sessions you'll steal the show and star in your own MTV video.
Hi, welcome back to Suncoast Pro Wrestling. We don't have much time left, and we got a lot to cover. Ned is here to help me show the new Suncoast Pro Wrestling T-shirt. And Ned, come on, put on the stuff.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you put on the hat, Henry Reigns? Why don't you put on the shirt right here? My contract doesn't say nothing about me modeling clothes.
Anyway, here's our shirt, Suncoast Pro Wrestling. Our cap, they're available for $10 for the shirt, $8 for the cap. There's an address you can send away on the screen if you want them, or you can come to our events or the Time Machine. Let's get Paul Drake out here. And while he's coming out, I'd like to remember we'll be in Sarasota August 18th. Paul, do you have any explanation on what happened out there in the tag team at the beginning of the show?
Yes, Mr. TV Announcer. It seems like Chris the Doctor sent me on a business trip, and while I was out there taking care of business, he was out looking for a tag team partner.
Now, what kind of business could he have possibly sent you out?
I'm always taking care of his dirty business. You know, I've had to carry him ever since we've been together. We've been together a long time. And from now on, as far as I'm concerned, he's dead weight. I don't need it, and I've got a surprise for him, too.
Does this mean you're going to be in the tag team tournament after all?
Absolutely.
And you've got a partner?
Did I say that?
Well, you said you're in the tag
I'll
team.
take them both on by myself if I have to.
Will you have a partner at next week's show?
I will have a surprise for you, for everybody here, and especially for Chris the Doctor and that snot-nosed wet behind the ears kid he calls a partner.
All right, well, he's said that fully. I guess we'll have to wait till next week to find out what the surprise is. I'd like to remind everybody again, we'll be in Sarasota, Newtown Estates Gymnasium, Friday, 8 o'clock, August 18th. Back at Bradenton Auditorium for semifinal matches in the tournament, September 6th, which is a Wednesday. And if we can bring up our sponsors, I'd like to thank them. We've got Anchor Air and the Time Machine, and also Music. Once again, we'll see you next week on Suncoast Pro Wrestling, and have a good week.